Hey everybody, it's Katie and I am 1 day shy of 5 weeks pregnant. I have to record this a day early because my parents are coming to visit. It'll be actually the first time since before Alice was born that both my parents are able to be here at the same time. We've just never been able to get off work at the same time and make the trip together, so it should be really good. I think because they'll be here, we will tell them that we're pregnant. It makes me pretty nervous because it's so early, but I did also tell them about our miscarriage, so, you know, if something changes with this pregnancy, I think that, you know, I would tell them again anyway, so I think we'll just go ahead and take the opportunity to tell them in person rather than having to just do it by phone. We actually had to tell them by phone that we were getting married and that we were pregnant with Alice, so it should be cool to kind of have that in-person experience this time. This week I've had a little bit of a hard time keeping my nerves in check at certain moments, just with, you know, being impatient and how long the first trimester feels and how much waiting there is and just uncertainty and just hoping, you know, that things are still progressing the right way, but there's really no way to know. So I'm just going to be really holding my breath for the next few weeks to kind of get to a point that I feel more comfortable. But, you know, that it does wake me up a little bit at night. I've been trying to just focus a little extra attention on things that make me happy and just trying to keep myself calm and exercise and all that kind of stuff. Symptoms-wise, pretty close to last week. I've had fewer symptoms this week, or they, you know, I've felt them less. A little bit of gassiness, a little bit of bloating. Fatigue is definitely still there. We hosted a party to watch the Oscars, and the whole day leading up to that, we had to do like a ton of cooking and cleaning and stuff, and I really overdid it. I got super exhausted. I know I need to watch myself on that kind of stuff and not push it. Some things you just feel like you have to do though, you know? So most days, well, I'd say every other day I'm able to take a nap when Alice naps, 20-minute power nap or whatever, and that really helps. But I've definitely been going to bed earlier and just had less energy in general. I think that's pretty much the name of the game for the first 10 weeks or so. At least that's how it was with my first pregnancy. Started doing just a tiny bit of research into our options for who we want to work with for my prenatal care and you know, different options for where we'll have this birth. Yeah, just a little bit of research into our insurance, which of course sucks. Our insurance sucks, like most Americans' insurance sucks. We pay crazy amounts of money for it, and the coverage isn't that great. I think that's almost universal. What's the problem? But I don't feel super optimistic right off the bat, but I know that we've got tons of time and, you know, everything, we'll find a solution. I'd say at this point, I'm really having to remind myself and remind Mike that I'm pregnant because I keep forgetting. It just hasn't totally sunk in, or it doesn't really feel like much yet, and there isn't a whole lot going on. You know, we're not talking about it with anybody. So it just doesn't quite feel real, except for when I'm waking up 2 or 3 times a night to pee. I'm going to the dentist tomorrow, so I will have to tell them I'm pregnant, and that'll be the first time telling anybody besides Mike. So I guess little by little it'll just get more real through things like that. I just remembered one possible new symptom, and that is just yesterday I started noticing that my nipples were a little bit more sensitive than usual. Not quite painful, but a little sore or something, and maybe that was just a fluke, but it could be the beginning of that kind of symptom too. I think that's it. I'll try to keep it a little bit short and sweet this week because not a whole lot going on yet. The best thing about this past week, I would have to say it was actually getting my hair cut. If you watch any of my other videos, I just donated my hair to Pantene's Beautiful Lengths, which makes real hair wigs for women with cancer. And this was something I wanted to do for almost a year. I have been growing my hair out and it wasn't quite long enough. I also tend to put off getting my hair cut because I don't actually like the experience. I don't like the salon environment, and it's just never been something that I've enjoyed. But I finally bit the bullet and I went to an Aveda salon because I always liked their products and the way that they smell, and they're a little bit more natural and stuff. So it actually turned out to be a nice experience for me. You know, I got to kind of take the afternoon and just go get the whole thing, the shampoo and the special like relaxing massage oil on my neck, and it was just really pleasant. And the new haircut, I feel like, marks this point in time for me. So entering into this like new phase of life, I feel like it was a really good change to make, sort of like a physical marker of, you know, like entering this new chapter. So kind of like the breakup haircut or whatever, but this is like the new pregnancy haircut or something. But yeah, I feel like it was a really good change, and it was a good day. It gave me a little bit of time to just relax with my thoughts and focus on myself and that kind of stuff. So I think that covers it. Alice is devouring my breakfast, so I better go. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next week for 6 weeks.